So hello everyone, this is Michi Hoyer from Avid Chronic Racing and I'm live today for the Sim Pit. Doing some sim racing system rFactor 2 race. Our lobby is open, so we better join before the time runs out. rFactor 2 USF 2000 around Indianapolis. Sadly only 4 guys in there. So yeah, happy that this will somehow be an interesting race still, with just about 4 or 5 people being in there. It's probably just about 4. Yeah, with the intro being laggy, it's probably because of my machine doing some or not even too much stuff in the background already, as there's quite some updating going on. But nevertheless, I'm quite sure that rFactor 2 will soon pop up, as I got around 4 minutes left to join. So the sim racing system for rFactor 2 works a bit differently than the sim racing system on Assetto Corsa, on which we will have a race at midnight here. It's Central European time, so that's 3 hours and 30 from now. So going on into that lobby then, and tonight on the Assetto Corsa stream we will race the Tattoos around Silverstone, so it's definitely going to be some fun race there. Haven't done any practice whatsoever. I had a race on that USF 2000 yesterday already. Quite a fun car to drive. Fiddled out a little bit about setup, setting in 128.2. For the guys being familiar with track and car combination. Not really sure whether this is any good or not. Nevertheless, I would like to welcome you guys here in the stream. Sim Racing Paddock being around. Thank you very much for watching. Potik around, Peter Schulz being around, Martin Stefanko being around, and the later 2 guys definitely being teammates. Jack Barlow being around. So it's quite crowded here already, and I really enjoy you guys watching here, as now the game automatically adds AI to this race because of the race not being official. Nevertheless, I took my setup from yesterday. I can't even load it as it stands. I think I can assign it. I can't even compare it. So I have to do all the guessworking again, but nevertheless, that's an easy thing. I will put a lot less fuel, 7 wings in the front, and the brake bias more to my liking. And then we go. So Jack, what do you mean about is oh wait, I need to find pit exit. There you go. What you mean about our Avid Chronic Racing real? I mean, yeah, we are a sim racing team in all aspects, so we're definitely having some interesting stuff going on at the minute. As I quickly want to check on my frames per second, which is steady enough. So now I can start doing the qualifyings. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember one name of the non-AI drivers, which is Joao Piates, I think. He was the guy I raced in the Radical around Portugal, like 3 or 4 days ago on Sunday night, and I just won because of some stupid mistake I did. And then I was not able to fight back there. Nevertheless, he did a very good job there, that's for sure. But now I'm definitely trying to be in front again. Hopefully snatching pole position. as I'm now going to gather up some speed around the final corner. So I go wide here on that exit. And then hopefully be able to put in a great lap. So the guys already racing in qualifying, which is not the cleverest thing you can do. Oh dear, so that lap's definitely for trash. I'm not even sure whether this was AI or not. I think it's not labeled. Well, let's see if we can sneak some slipstream onto main straight then. Pochik, this server is now not joinable anymore. You have to join a lobby in before racing. Oh dear. What is this AI doing? Right. Trying on the second lap then.
The lap was a 1:33.01.
So that went really well. Hashtag not. I probably have 2 less fuel around. But I need to finish that lap first anyway. Go boxing and refueling a bit. Nevertheless, we're looking into the purples. I'm not sure if this last sector was good enough or not. I probably was not fast enough there. Yep, just a 10th, so I quickly parked the car. Take still a little bit of fuel out. I need 0.8 per lap. And then I will get the final blow. Yeah, Jack, you're probably right that the AI doesn't really know what it's doing there. It's gonna be interesting. I do think that my lap is already sacrificed. Anyway, going for the final lap, pitching into the slipstream. Very important to not hit that inside curb. We look a half a second down on the pole position time here, which is good. Oh, that was probably it then. That costed me the entire second. So it looks like I won't be able to snatch pole. With being half a second down, I probably need a perfect sector 3. I probably won't get that.
The lap was a
Nope.
1:28.48.
Not really, so second place for now, nevertheless. I know I'm looking strong for the race, as I could have got the pole there, but anyway, it is what it is now. So that gives us a little bit of fun driving. What Mercedes, you mean? There are so many different cars, aren't there? Oh, the mag feels very strange on that F1 2017 still. I think the AI will blow the engine just before the race started. So start look good. Will definitely be a close battle into turn 1. Contact. As we have side by side going on. So just need to make sure to stay close to have a good slipstreaming onto the main straight. That's definitely going to be another interesting race, just like in the Radical. Pull into the slipstream. There we go.
The lap was a 1:37.46.
And just a tidy move into turn 1, going for the lead here. Bit too much of a slide, nevertheless. Definitely need to nail that chicane, which I did quite good. Yacht has ran a little wide, I think, there in the back. So definitely need to get out of the slipstream window for him. So we try to push a bit more. Fuel plenty enough. Fuel for 21 minutes and the race just 17 minutes to go. There's a yellow flag out there somewhere. 1:27.7. Definitely personal best lap around here ever. Faster than the qualifying as well. You probably see from the time bar that most of the lap time was gained by slipstreaming there. A little bit too wide on the entry curb there. So again, I do not get really rid of PTIs. Still I'm trying, that's for sure. If I get a few more exits on this corner like that, probably being the job done quite soon. Depending on his wing set, and since he's gaining a bit on me after a worse exit than I had, I think he has lower wings, which then should put me into an advantage for the infield here. And I really do think I have that advantage. Because now I'm slightly gaining time. So we definitely want to keep it into the 128. So 128.4, this is going to be a 128.1. So looking at the right time frames here. What I definitely don't want to do is lapping the AI, but probably I have to. If we keep going like this. And for this turn 1 incident here at the start, probably sim racing systems this time will note me an incident. Just like iRacing, it notes incidents and positions and stuff and puts it into consideration. However, it's not that strict than iRacing is, but still puts it considerably stick. Could have been a little better exit on the left-hander. Nevertheless, we ditch back into the 27th. 127.7 again. Gap to car behind now 2.5 seconds. Which starts to get a little bit more comfortable. As you also can feel the tires going off a bit. Pitching the car into the grass after turn 2. Jack, this car is an USF 2000, so to my understanding, as it is a Mazda, it's very close to a Skip Barber or something. Not exactly being it, but something similar. They're considerably Formula 2000 or Skip Barber 2000. Oh dear, that wasn't clever. This car sometimes has a bit weird behavior.
The lap was a 1:29.35.
So gap is down to 1.5. Sometimes it keeps turning and wants to spin around in the back, and sometimes it simply doesn't. Like this time here, it was very bad, and that enables the car behind to close in even more. Yeah, Jack, I know exactly what you're on about. Would love to be. Dick was always a very interesting character. Nevertheless, as I was speaking about rating, this race is only being an official race and a race with rating if more than 5 non-PC players are entering it. So this time we were just 4, hence why all the AI was added to actually get some fair bit of racing on.
That was a 1:28.78.
As I can see back markers. So hopefully I'll be able to pull up a gap again. That was an interesting line. Definitely not an AI player there. As the gap is back into 1.6. And we are back on 28, so 28.7, and this is even a 27.9. Well, Big Duke, yeah, I'm doing. I'm quite sure several teammates of mine, such as Martin Stefanko, do as well. If you got the virtual mirrors available, why you won't get it? I mean, looking at those mirrors here on that particular car, you would see that you can't see anything in the back at all, only while cornering. So that would be a fatal danger when being in side-by-side activity on the straight.
That lap was a 1:28.30.
So Guitar has now had a good lap as well. No, the Tattoos race is in about 3 hours and 3 hours and 3 minutes. That's when the Tattoos race is about to start. So midnight Central European time, and I do think 3 p.m. PST in America, and well, especially on the other time zones a little bit different. So that's when the Silverstone race will take place.
That lap was a 1:29.40.
Well, 5 minutes left in that session. It's a real shame that this setup is fixed. You do so much more things on the car with the setup not being fixed. That would be just great. Oh yeah, Arrow, thanks for reminding. It should be well, I know exactly. I put it to 0 AM or 24 AM. I'm wondering a bit why this is showing you 2 hours and something, but I'm definitely going to recheck. As Pitars is now overdriving the car pretty bad in the back. Just like doing the same mistake I did when racing him in the radical around Portugal.
That was a 1:20.
I was taking the car literally too hard there, destroying tires and everything. Hey KLHA, LH, sorry, in the back there. Thank you very much for your charming words. I'm definitely trying to do some entertainment here for you guys, that's for sure. As we kinda get a free slipstream for our next lap coming up, and I hope the blue flags won't be ignored.
That lap was a
Because Piates is just randomly behind me. So that was good behavior there. I mean, in the rules it just says the car must give way, which he did. He not necessarily needs to leave the ideal line, which he didn't. But all in all, a very fair behavior there on that blue flag. So, and that's exactly what I mean. You rarely see this at iRacing, to my experience. So people racing here are out for serious competition and don't really wanna crash you off or something, or wanna harm you. So yeah, that's actually some good stuff this sim racing system enables. As I now do have a bigger issue for sure with 3 cars ahead, and I just can hope that this is the final lap for the time being, as I will cross the start finish line to go hopefully to the white flag. Might also be the case that this isn't the white flag and we have 2 additional laps there, so we will see soon. Definitely looking to build up the gap again a little bit to Pitais. As tires now seriously get worn. Nevertheless, I can see Pitais got the same issues, and he probably even spun off halfway. What is the AI doing there? As we take around, I hope, what is penultimate corner. As the gap between me and Pitais is now around 2 seconds, and it's checkered flag, and we take race victory in that. Well, I just want to call it a fun race, because it was not with official rating. But nevertheless, I think this is sim racing system, and it's a great system for random racing. Despite the fact in turn 1 it offers quite a bit of fair and square racing, I think. So could have been a lot worse, obviously. As the AI are still pushing on their way back towards the pits. And yeah, that's about it for the time being. I will go live quite soon again on my private channel, which you can find in the description, doing some random iRacing before coming back at 12 PM Central European time for the race in the tattoos around Silverstone, and maybe even something else afterwards. Just let's see what my time schedule will be. There is no pit limiter on this car, so what we're going to do is find our pit box, then stop the car, stop the stream. So guys, thank you very much for watching here. Definitely was some fun, that's for sure. I quickly want to invite Joao for a little talk before going live on something that's called iRacing, and I'm not going to do the Grand Rally style, I think. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's Michi Hoyer, I'm from Avid Chronic Racing, and I was live for Sean Cole, also known as the Simpit, and I see you guys out on track.